Well, hello. I thought that I might put together a screencast. Unfortunately, I can't be a part of the live presentation of our final projects for this course, and I apologize for that. I'm actually at Penn State University the day of our final class session, Tuesday, September 29th, and I'm at the Engagement Scholarship Consortium Conference that occurs annually, and we are presenting about actually the course for which I have decided to enroll in this strengths-based certification program. So I think Dr. Gordon mentioned that he wanted us to keep our presentations to 5 minutes, and so I will definitely try to do that. And I will upload this to YouTube and send it to Paula. So if you are watching it, then we were successful in our transfer. So, strengths-based leadership, my mission statement. I am a journalism educator, and it's been a pleasure to have small group sessions with some of you. I want, though, my knowledge about strengths to go into a leadership and media course that I teach at Ball State University, which is my home institution. In particular, I might jump up here and I will show you. This is a website for this course that I teach, which basically functions like an honors program for our own department. These are selected freshman and sophomore students who receive additional mentoring, and the idea here is that it's meant to be something extra curricular. And so it does tie into their vocational skills, but it's also designed to explore leadership. And to that end, I'll pull up for just a moment my syllabus so you get a better idea of what we're trying to do. It's only a 2-credit curriculum, and it meets in the fall semester and the subsequent spring semester. So it's year-long. So they do earn 2 credits total, and those 2 credits can be funneled and directed into our leadership studies minor. What we're trying to do, our primary curricular goals for the entire duration of this program, and it's named after our chair emeritus, so that's why it's dubbed the Louis E. Englehart Scholars Program. It's named in his memory. But these 4 intended course outcomes are what we try to accomplish. We're trying to get them to spend some time metacognitively thinking about not just what they believe about leadership and how that connects to media, but why? How did we get to this point? And so I have a couple of, they're kind of up in the clouds, I would say, the earthy kind of intended outcomes, but this is what we're trying to do. We want them to develop a working meaning of leadership and to understand not only how they function as a leader, but how that might be perceived among others, many of whom they will advise and manage as student media leaders for our newspaper, for our television station, and so on and so forth. And so back to then my slide. What am I trying to measure? I want them to understand their own strengths, especially their top 5, and then the other 29 themes. And I think that I can devise a questionnaire to that end to test them, evaluate them might be a better word, just to make sure they understand those strengths, and then how those compartmentalize into the 4 categories that we've discussed in this class. I also want them to do ongoing journal entries that facilitate that metacognitive aspect that I want them to apply regularly. I would like that to become a habit because I just happen to think that we don't do that enough with our students. And then again, kind of like us in this class, having an action plan. Well, I want them to have their own action plan about how they could utilize strengths in their respective leadership roles. And these are students, as I mentioned, they're largely overachievers. They will have leadership roles, if not in student media, then in other capacities of our university. And then, well, I want students obviously to complete the assessment as part of my implementation of this. I also would like to repurpose some of our own exercises that we've completed in this class. I also have taken another course as part of my certification program, and as a teacher, that's what I'm looking for is what exercises resonated with me, and then how can I repurpose those for my own students, along with some selected readings we will, of course, have our vocabulary lesson, and I want to have them identify barrier labels or blind spots so that they're, again, understanding more about what it is that makes them tick and then how that might be perceived to others. And then those reflexive exercises will, again, go back up into the measurement of this mission statement. So in my head, this is a way that I can bring strengths into an existing curriculum and use that as a way to ground some of our individual exploration of leadership and how that gets applied in a discipline specific context. So right now I'm at 5 minutes and 20 seconds, so I will wrap this up, and I welcome any feedback that you might have. You can reach me. I have my syllabus here, so I'll just pull that up. If I make this just a little bit larger, that might help. My email address is there, and then I also have social options on here as well. So, again, you're welcome to pause this, take a look at this. I'd love to connect with some of you again outside of this class. And best of luck to all the other presenters.